is Joy News Prime.
Hello, it's 7 o'clock GMT here in Accra, Ghana. Welcome to Joy News Prime. This bulletin is available on GoTV channel 144 and also available on DSTV channel 421. We are also live across Europe on ABN television. Now, coming up in tonight's bulletin, police in the Ashanti region arrest 7 more persons in connection with the murder of Captain Maxwell Mahama, 2 of whom are female. Also, government sets out to avert recurrence of June 3 disasters through the construction of underground drainage systems as the country marks 2 years since the devastation claimed over 150 lives. And Libyan forces loyal to Khalifa Haftar and ISIL fighters have launched simultaneous attacks against forces loyal to the unbacked government of National Accord. Details of these stories are a bit more coming up in the next 30 minutes. Do stay on. My name is Komla Ado. Many thanks for joining us on tonight's edition of the news. To our very first story, police in the Ashanti region have arrested 7 more persons in connection with the murder of Captain Maxwell Mahama, who was lynched by some residents of Denkyira-Obuasi last Monday. The police, acting on intelligence, apprehended and arrested the suspects in the Ashanti region and are being transferred to Central Region Police Command. Ashanti Region Police PRO ASP Juliana Obeng revealed in an interview with JoyNews Favour Nunoo 2 of the suspects are women.
The Ashanti Region Police Command has arrested some 7 persons suspected to be part of the mob that lynched Captain Maxwell Mahama. All of these persons are in custody, assisting with investigations. Meanwhile, we're making arrangements to move them to the Central Region for further interrogating and then questioning. Now, these persons were arrested this dawn at Mansonkron and then Mansukunya Nursery, all in the Ashanti region. Out of the 7 persons arrested, 2 are women and then 5 out of the 2 are men. Now, again, out of the 7 persons, 2 were harboring the other 5. Then all of these 7 persons, like I've already mentioned, are in police custody, assisting with investigations here in the Ashanti region. But plans are underway to move them to the Central Region for further interrogation.
Are you able to disclose with us how the Ghana police was able to successfully arrest these persons?
Well, we had acted on intelligence. We had picked some intelligence on the ground, and so we're able to close up with these persons and then arrest them.
And so by close of today, they are going to be transported to the Central Region.
Hopefully, by close of today, they should be transported to the Central Region where the major investigation is ongoing.
Is there any way in which members of the general public are able to assist the police in identifying or locating these suspects?
I guess the general public, almost everybody is touched with the story, so each and every individual is trying hard to help with information or with any other thing they could do to help the police do this investigation and do it the way we all expect it to go. And so, yes, the general public has been of great immense help to the Ghana Police Service.
Meanwhile, the family of Captain Maxwell Mahama is cautioning the public against paying monies to unapproved endowment funds established for the upkeep of his children. The family says it has so far given the green light to only 4 banks, namely Zenith Bank, Fidelity Bank, Capital Bank, and the Universal Merchant Bank, to collect any donations for the family. Family spokesperson Zakaria Sakara Ahmed is asking the public to focus on mourning him as against exploiting his death for profit by some unscrupulous persons.
We had information that some unscrupulous persons have set up websites and soliciting for funds on behalf of the family. So what we did here was to clarify the situation. First, we made it clear that the family on our own did not go anywhere to ask anybody to raise funds for the family. We haven't. However, 2 individuals and some banks, as part of their banking activities, set up accounts, endowment accounts, to collect funds on behalf of the family. And so we put out those that approached us and had discussions with us for which we approved that they can go ahead and carry out those activities. We put it out here to the public and to disabuse the minds of the general public on those websites that we are not aware of and that we haven't authorized.
Okay, so which are the banks? I don't want the account details,
Okay.
but which are the banks which you've approved?
What I put out here, Fidelity Bank, Capital Bank. Of course, when I ended it, my attention was drawn to the fact that Cal Bank is also on the list. Just as we are holding this discussion, I've also been told that there is still a fourth bank. Now, we indicated that we wouldn't stop anybody if we think that your intentions are genuine. So as and when we clear with any bank, we will put it at the website. And the website is www.Captain Maxwell Mahama, all small caps, one word, .com.
Mr. Zakaria has meanwhile confirmed the family has set June 9 to begin funeral rites for the late Captain Maxwell Mahama, subject to approval by the Military High Command. There will subsequently be separate funerals at Bole and Tumu.
We propose that burial will take place on the 9th of June. That we leave to the Military High Command. The processes we leave to them. And then on Sunday, that is the 11th, the church service will be held. On Monday, the family will move up to Bole, where on Tuesday and Thursday, we will hold the final funeral rites. And then we continue to Tumu. At Tumu also, we go to Tumu on Friday that same week. There will be same as we did in Bole, as we will do in Bole. There will be funeral rites on Saturday and church service on Sunday. I did explain that as Ghanaians, we know that when you pass on, families perform your funeral. However, looking at Maxwell's position in the army and the interest his death has generated, it's necessary to hold some funeral activities here for the whole country and for the army and for all who are here and who cannot go with us to Bole.
As in here in Accra, you mean?
As in here in Accra. For those who can afford, we invite them to join us both in Bole and Tumu.
Staying a while longer on this particular story, Deputy Information Minister Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah has stated his personal desire and belief that a live telecast of a trial of suspects of a gruesome murder of the army captain could deter a growing penchant for mob justice among a section of Ghanaians. There have been widespread condemnation of a mob justice by many Ghanaians, especially on the back of a lynching of a military officer. But the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper, Kweku Bako, on Newsfile, says reasons behind the advocacy for a live telecast are not convincing. He explained if the motivation is to deter people, then a policy should be hatched to do more live telecasts of criminal trials to create a critical mass.
What I hear those asking for the thing to be televised or telecast is that they think it will help in this whole education as well as deterrence thing we want to forge. Okay, let people see, let people hear it. We've been talking too much for a long time. Now let's dramatize it in a way. Let them see, let them hear live. Well, why would we restrict it to just that? Why would we not replicate it with others so to have a critical mass if indeed our intention, our aim is to build a deterrence? Then you don't reduce it to just one incident, however grave and heinous. I think we need to look at this proposition one more time. I'm not convinced yet. Maybe somebody else can bring a counter argument that can make me change my mind.
On the same show, however, that's News File here on Joy News. A lecturer at the Central University, lawyer Opong, was dismissive of telecasting the trial, noting the identities of lawyers and judges in court needs to be protected. He said with the whole country charged up, the legal counsel for suspects could be put in harm's way if their images are beamed live across TV channels.
Very serious. I mean, this is not a presidential election case. This is a criminal matter. Elsewhere, even the faces of the alleged criminals will not be disclosed. Look, in this society, especially in respect of this matter, it will take a very bold lawyer, especially not those of us who really are in downtown society. From then on, even your parents will be warned.
Okay.
It's a very serious matter. So if a lawyer volunteers to do it, as much as possible, let the disclosure be within a certain confine.